This is not my official live that I was going to go on live tonight with my husband. This is one solo. Um, it just came to mind. I was thinking about a conversation that I had with my son, who is very awakened, very enlightened. Oh my God, look at my eyelashes. Oh my God, they're old. They're 3 weeks old. Surprised they lasted this long. Anyway, the message is still valid. A lot of divine masculines, I don't think they are consciously aware of where their attention is going. Um, so, back to the conversation that I had with my son, we were talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? Like how Beyonce really stood in there and did not throw in the towel. She was cheated on Jay-Z a lot. She was cheated on by Jay-Z a lot, sorry. And it wasn't until she was ready to walk away that he realized how much of a priority that she was. If you listen to her Lemonade album, you would really get the gist of what she went through without her saying that she actually went through what she went through. Um, you know, like Love Drought when she says, "You're my lifeline, but you're trying to kill me." You know, when you are in a partnership with the one, you don't want to have to tell that person, "Hey, here I am, see me." It kind of reminds me of the story between Jacob and Leah in the Bible and Rachel. Well, Rachel, we all know, is the one that Jacob loved. For those that were raised up in religion or organized religion, you know that Jacob loved his Rachel. Rachel was the apple of his eye. That was his twin flame, honey. And Leah was the oldest, so he had to marry her first. And Leah was always like, "Don't you see me? Don't you love me? Don't you hear me? Don't you?" She even named her kids after, all these aspirations that she wanted him to look into her for, you know. And finally, she realized that it wasn't about trying to seek the affection of Jacob and the attention of Jacob, because even though Rachel was his twin flame, Jesus was born from Leah's lineage, not Rachel's. So she still held, um, you know, a really high positioning, even though she was at the bottom, when it came to his choices or his pick. So I'm saying all this to say that divine masculine, your divine feminine is your Rachel. You are to prioritize her. You're supposed to make her feel secure. I hear so many men in general. We're not even going to put labels on twin flame soulmate relationships. We're just going to speak generalities at this moment. I hear so many men say, "Oh, she nagged so much." Well, if you weren't doing whatever it was that you were doing, she wouldn't have to nag. And here comes my husband calling me in the middle of this live. My God. All right, y'all. That was my food. Sorry about that. I had to answer. We were on the row. We were talking about generalities, not even speaking about a divine masculine or a divine feminine. Just in relationships in general, you often hear men complain when the woman voices her opinion, they call it nagging. I feel like if there's something that she needs to address in the first place, you should listen and don't be so quick to label her as being a nagger. Because if she didn't have a valid reason to complain in the first place, I don't think that she would bring it to you. The only time that, as a feminine or as a woman, I would bring something to my partner is if it bothers me. You know, you often hear men talk about, "Well, she won't open up and share her feelings with me." Well, that's probably because she's been shut down once or twice, or even thrice by you. All right. And eventually, women are just like men. Our feelings and our emotions pretty much mirror the same. We get sick and tired of being the ones that always have to be the one that's the moderate to save the relationship. We got to come in, we got to always voice our opinion, we always got to say what's wrong in a relationship when it's obvious. We both are in this partnership, we both can see what's going on. You don't get it twisted. Your partner knows what they're doing and what they're not doing. Their lack of, or the absence of whatever it is that you're wanting, they know what you need. There are a lot of people that are in partnerships that don't know how to be a partner, divine feminines and divine masculines alike. It doesn't matter which end of the spectrum you're on or what role you play. Okay, this is called the game of life, and we all have an higher self. Our higher self be telling us things, but sometimes we don't listen. And this message is specifically for divine masculines. This is not a divine feminine message. Although I do realize that that's majority of the people that watch me are divine femmes, male and female. But this is for divine masculine. And when it comes to these side chicks and these karmics that you're entertaining and you're happy about it, why are you happy that someone that you have a soul contract with only is supposed to interact with you when you're on your low vibration? When you're on your lowest frequency is when this person has contracted to interact with you, and then you're entertaining it. Oh, that's my ex wants me back. That's basically hell knocking at your door and you're happy about it. I mean, really, divine masculines, you need to get it together. You really need to understand your role on this journey and what it is that you should be doing. Instead of talking about what divine feminine is nagging about this time or why she's triggering you. We're all supposed to be triggered, and triggering is part of the twin flame process. I'm not going to go too much into depth with that on this live broadcast because I have another one right now. And once my husband get back, we're going to talk about the purpose of a twin flame union and why you should have union. And triggering is a part of it. It's about growth. One thing that I can tell you about the journey as a twin flame, you either grow, and if you grow, that means you're ascending, or you descend and you remain stagnant. And if you are not growing, the opposite of growth is what? The opposite of life is what? Death. Right? So it's to your advantage, all right, spiritually speaking, that you evolve and you grow. Who's listening? Who's watching? I see there's 11 people here, only 5 likes. Can you please smash that like button? Let me know who's chiming in, what your thoughts are on the matter. But I'm going to give you some examples. Thank you, Divine Fam. I'm going to give you some examples of what these karmics do, what was done to Beyonce, and what she spoke on when she said that half of the women that Jay-Z cheated on her with weren't even half of her. This is the same thing that's happening to us as divine feminines with our divine masculines. They run to these karmics, which are these low vibrating parasitic beings, okay, who have not fully actualized their soul and integrated it into their bodies, or they wouldn't be on that low vibrational frequency in the first place. But they're parasitic. They see divine masculines are happy with their divine feminine. They're shining. They no longer look the same, talk the same, walk the same. They have a different swag to them. Their light is shining. Some of these divine masculines were brought from the bottom to the top by the divine feminine. We really, truly took them out the trenches. And so you see the karmics on the outside looking in, thinking that the divine masculine did that all by himself with some type of magic or something. No, that was all divine film, babe. That was divine film love all over divine masculine. And so what these karmics want is what the divine feminine have. And they're willing to hurt divine feminine to have it. They don't care about the connection. They don't care about, the spiritual aspect of it. They don't even know anything about that. That's not their job. Their job is to come to hurt, to harm, and to injure, you see. And to make divine masculine wake up to himself, to know that love is not outside of him, besides love is within side of himself. But as long as divine masculine keeps on looking at love on the outside of him, he's going to continue to keep running into karmic after karmic. And the karmics are going to continue to try to hurt divine femmes through divine masculines. And this is the reason why I tell you, divine feminines, to break away from your divine masculine when he's in a third party, because they're going to try to siphon the karmic or the divine masculine or both your energy, because you're flying high. You're vibrating at a higher frequency, you see. It's all about your vibe. Hi, Neek. Hey, beautiful. Both of my moderators on here representing. Thank you so, so, so much. Divine Feminines, this message is for you on this aspect. Please protect your divine light. Protect it, because it's real out here. We are all energy. We are all energetic beings. We all have an electromagnetic force. This is the reason why the powers that be are making us walk 6 feet away from each other, because our aura is 6 feet. You guys, it's 6 feet. They don't want us to have that human interaction or that connection. You see what I'm saying? Because what does that do? That raises up your vibration. That boosts up your immunity. That keeps your immune system strong when you have that one-on-one human connection. But this is a different topic, different story, different day. We're not even going to go there. But just know that your magnetic field, your electromagnetic field, is 6 feet. Okay? Just know that. And that is the reason why we have to keep 6 feet apart. It's quite interesting. I read today that the giraffe only sleeps for like 5 minute sessions and has 3 hearts. One is a systemic heart, and the other two work just like our right heart. Isn't that amazing, you guys, that a giraffe has 3 hearts? It's interesting when you start. I know that's right, Deke. It's interesting when you start to learn about nature and you start to learn about God's creation. The more that you learn about the creation, the more you learn about the creator. The more that you also learn about yourself. I just think that it's very interesting that even though we don't have 3 hearts, we have 4 heart chambers. And we can direct energy from each chamber the way that we want to. Oh my God, you guys, don't get me started. We can go into so many different things here, but I want to keep it on the subject at hand about what divine masculines allow and disallow, because really honestly, we don't, as divine feminines, want to give our power away to divine masculine. But in some cases, especially those that are married to their divine masculine, or they are living with their divine counterpart and they are allowing for these third parties to come into the union, really, divine masculine, you are supposed to protect her. You're supposed to shut that down. No, I'm in a relationship, block. Period. Once a woman comes on to you, divine masculine, don't think that you can keep her as your friend. I was watching something today with Steve Harvey, and he was being interviewed. The lady asked him, is it okay to maintain a relationship with the opposite sex while you're married? And he said, absolutely not. I do not have any male or female friends that I talk to outside of my wife. And the lady looked at him, she was like, why not? He was like, because I know as a man, if I'm keeping you as a friend, it is because I am waiting for an opportunity. And as soon as I get the opportunity, I'm moving in and I'm trying to, you know, get into the crack, so to speak. Trying to fill a crack. And it's true. How many times have we as women had male friends, and the moment that they found out that we were back on the market, all of a sudden, Tyrone, who is your best buddy, who you be cracking jokes with, you even be firing him up, joning on him and everything else, he be joning on you, and you guys talk about everything. All of a sudden, you know what? I've been always been one to tell you how attractive I've been to you. I've always liked you. Like, you looking like, where in the hell is all this shit coming from? Tyrone and you, y'all been exactly, especially those that are classy. That's so right, guys, TF. You be like, wait a second. You mean to tell me the whole time that I've been talking to Tyrone, Tyrone has only been looking for a spot? You see what I'm saying? Tyrone been checking me out this whole time, and I didn't even know it. I'm not saying that you cannot be friends of the opposite sex. I have one guy friend that I have been friends with. I've known ever since I was 6 years old. It's quite unlikely that I would never stop talking to him because I've known him all my life. And we have talked about some really heavy things, but I know he doesn't like me. I know he has love for me as a sister. I know that for sure. But if I felt like it was a threat, I would never keep a friendship with someone that I know is attracted to me. That within itself is the number one mistake that a lot of divine masculines make, is they keep in contact with their exes, or they'll keep in contact with their crushes, women that they know that are attracted to them and are waiting. Okay, they are waiting for that spot. They're waiting for divine feminine's number one spot. How could you in good faith as a partner keep a relationship with someone that you know that already has romantic feelings and interest for you? That's cheating, period. Bottom line, that is cheating, because you already know how this person feels about you, but yet and still you're still engaging, you're still entertaining this person. And then you wonder why your relationships fail, because you keep on divine masculine doing the same shit in new relationships. You wonder why it didn't work out with your ex. That's the reason why. It's because you was entertaining your other exes before them. It's time to move forward. Let go of the past. Let go of your exes. Their exes. Listen to me when I tell you this. All right. In 2021, we are getting new downloads. We are getting new codes. All exes are karmics. I repeat, I don't give a damn if they were a soulmate and you felt that they were a soulmate or the one. If they listen, the one is the one. The one is never going to leave. The one is going to continuously be with you. That's what the one is. Some of us romanticize this thing. And well, I had a soulmate once. They were a karmic, period. If they're not with you now, they came to teach you something. You're speaking to someone who is a past life regressionist and know about soul contracts. Every soul contract that you have had with anybody, your family can even be karmics. Most of our families are karmics. Okay? Some of our family members, we can't even stand, we don't even get along. Okay? Seriously. Exactly, Nick. All those God signs. And so it's just like, I hear people tell me all the time, oh, I had the most loving relationships. Really? You had the most loving relationships before the relationship you're in now. And so tell me why the most loving relationship didn't work out. You guys, we have to be smart. We have to understand that this is a spiritual war. And that the lower entities, energies, whatever, they are going to use your union against you. Divine masculines, you have been used as weaponry towards divine feminine. This is a hard message. This is a hardcore message that I'm channeling. You have been used as weaponry against your divine feminine. You have allowed yourself, some of you, to be hijacked by these karmics. And they have tethered to you. Their spirits have tethered to you. And they have made your divine feminine miserable. All because of the love that your divine counterpart has had towards you. There was another post that I read today. It just really kind of geared me up to just be like, let me go live. Let me go ahead and just really talk about what's really going on in the collective. The lady said it wasn't because I was stigmatized by him. It wasn't because he had me in every way sexually. It was because the empath in me wanted to heal him. So that's why I stayed. How many of you can relate to that? It wasn't even about the sex. If it was about the sex, you would have been left. Because so-and-so maybe didn't go down on you like your last. Okay? Maybe they weren't even into, cunnilingus. Maybe they wasn't into parnia. They didn't want to suck your pussy. So they didn't. So they felt like if they gave you what they thought that you wanted, that kept you happy, but really in all reality, You wanted the other thing, but they never gave it to you. But you still loved them anyway. You still stayed because you wanted to heal the little boy, the inner child that was wounded within them. How many can you attest to that? I know I have. I know I've been there. I've had better sex, but I stayed with someone because I loved them so much because I wanted to heal their broken pieces. I wanted to put them back together because I felt that if they were their complete and whole self, then maybe they would love me a little bit better. Maybe I could love this person into loving me the right way. How many of you thought about that or thought like this? I know I have. So many of our divine masculines are broken. Exactly. Thank you, Nick. That is right. You want that person that is already healed. That's right. Spiritual warfare is real. The succubus and the incubus energies. They're out here. And most of our divine masculines are getting that attached to them through these lower chakra sex that they're having with these karmics. The cheap thrills. There is nothing like the intimacy with your twin flame. I say this until I don't know, I'm out of breath. There's nothing like sex with your divine counterpart because it was made to be that magnetized and to feel that good on purpose. And then beyond all of that, it's beyond the physical. When you are intimate with your divine counterpart, you are operating from a different level. It's multidimensional, it's cosmic. That's right. That inner work. And this is the reason why a lot of you are in separation at this moment is because you agreed to do the work, that healing work, all right, to become your whole and your complete selves before you come into union with your divine counterpart. And even when you come into union with your divine counterpart, it's not going to stop. It's going to be a continuum, you see. And then you thought you were triggered before the union. Ooh, baby. Wait until you get into union. There's going to be some more triggering. Just want to prepare you for it. All right. If you already feel like you're about to throw the towel in right now, you have not seen anything yet. Okay. Yes, that is so correct, Nick. It is not worth sharing yourself with your divine counterpart if they're sharing themselves with other people because all you're doing is open up the doorway. It's a portal. Sex is called sexual exchange, sexual energy exchange for a reason. Because you are exchanging energy and you are unconsciously, subconsciously agreeing to whatever soul contracts. That's the reason why I offer soul revocation. Because when you have sex with people, you are doing soul ties. That's why it's called a soul tie, people. You are really soul tying and connecting and contracting, accepting contracts, breaking contracts, entering into contracts while you're having sex. This is the reason why a lot of evolved divine feminines are celibate. Because they know. I believe last night on my broadcast, even though I wasn't showing you guys, me and Tolu, because we were actually on our holiday. We weren't even home. We were at a hotel, and he was asleep. Someone was like, can you dumb it down? No, I won't dumb nothing down for nobody. Because if you don't understand me on a conscious level, I know if you are a true twin flame, subconsciously you're getting what I'm saying. And that's how it is on this journey. On a conscious level, you may not understand everything that Dr. Tyann is talking about right at that moment, but I swear some of you may walk away from what I'm telling you and it'll hit you like an epiphany. Like you'll have like that light bulb moment where you'll be like, oh, that's what she meant when she said that. Oh, now I know. Now the pieces are starting to come together. When Jesus was speaking, Jesus did not dumb anything down. Either they got it or they didn't. I don't put myself in the same category of Jesus, but I do say he is my teacher, and I have learned so much from Christ. You can see the demons in the third party. You can see it in their eyes. Most of the time when they're possessed, their eyes become real dark and black. See what I'm saying? They don't they don't understand. Most of these divine masculines are not aware until it actually happens to them and it's up close and personal, until a karmic put a spell on their ass. Then they'll understand, and they still don't fully understand. I mean, they do, but they don't. Without contradicting myself, it's kind of like it's kind of watered down. It's like the information that they have is kind of like tainted. You see, this is my husband again, y'all. Please don't go away. Come on, man. I'm about to answer. Damn. He's at the door. Oh my God. I wasn't expecting him to come back that soon. I'm coming, baby. I think I would know how to open up my own door. Tolu? It's not opening. It's not opening. Fuck. What the fuck? What am I doing wrong, Tolu? You guys, I gotta come back online. I gotta open up the door for my husband and I can't get it open.